Hello, staff. Welcome back to the 2025-2026 school year. We are so excited to have you back or joining us this year at Sunset. During the summer, the administrative team and I took a look at the community we serve, and using that data came up with some goals for the school year and strategies that we will use to achieve those goals. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to go over the infographic that was created. It's going to give you a little bit of information about the school, demographics, a quick community snapshot, and then we're going to go into our goals and strategies for the year. And then lastly, how we will communicate these goals with our parents. So, leading into the presentation, growing together a plan for our school future. Now, one thing I just want to point out before we get started is Sunset's vision and mission. Our vision is to provide a safe and engaging learning environment where all students achieve high educational standards. And our mission is we are committed to meeting the educational needs of each student in a supportive and engaging learning environment. These will always be at the core of every decision that we make here at Sunset. So this is just a quick look at the infographic. I have provided you all with a copy so you can follow along as we go through each section. This will also be posted in Parent View for parents. It's also going to be available in the office, and then additional copies will be printed and placed in your box to pass out to families on Meet the Teacher Night. So the first thing that we're going to look at is our school overview. We do provide services for pre-kindergarten through sixth grade. Our school is composed of three main buildings, two playgrounds, and a detached gym, library, and cafeteria. You can see that our current teacher student ratio is 1 to 3, but that can fluctuate based off of enrollment. So we will reassess this after 10-day drops. We all know that at the beginning of the school year, we gain some students and we lose some students. So we will come back to this. Our current enrollment is 821 students with 76 staff members, including teachers and support staff. And then if you look at our economic background, you can see that 70% of our students are economically disadvantaged, which is important to recognize because it highlights potential barriers to learning, such as limited access to resource and support at home. This awareness helps us provide targeted support, promote equity, and create a more inclusive, accessible family engagement strategies because we understand what's going on in the community. Additionally, looking at our student demographics, we can see that 91.78% of our students are Hispanic. And this helps us better understand and support our students by making sure that we're respecting their cultures and making sure families feel welcome and included in all school activities. Our values and virtues at Sunset are respect, responsibility, integrity, empathy and compassion, inclusion and equity, collaboration, growth mindset, cultural pride, and safety. So at Sunset, we believe these values help guide our students and school community toward a shared vision where everyone feels included, supported, and motivated to do well. These values shape how we learn and connect and work together, and they create that strong foundation for success both inside and outside of the classroom. We want to make sure that we respect everybody regardless of backgrounds and treat others with kindness. We take ownership in our actions and our learning. We do the right thing even when it's hard. We care about each other. At Sunset, everybody belongs and matters. We grow together by working together. We keep trying, learning, and improving even if it's hard. And we celebrate the languages, traditions, and stories that make us who we are. We ultimately want to create a school where everyone feels safe, supported, and heard. So, going into a quick community snapshot, Sunset Elementary is a Title I school located in Maryville neighborhood of Phoenix. It serves a diverse, primarily Hispanic community. The school has many families from multilingual and multicultural households who have lived here for many generations. So, a lot of our students' parents went to Sunset or their parents went to Sunset. The community is currently experiencing growth and development. Therefore, you will find a mix of older and newer neighborhoods with plenty of local schools, parks, and small businesses that reflect the community's character. There are still challenges, however, within the community. We have a high percent of students on free or reduced price lunch, and those that need supports with mental health, academic intervention, and access to stable housing. So, current community resources that are available to our parents would be the food pantry, the Phoenix Family Advocacy Center, Mountain Park Health Center. Our parent liaison has really good resources, and she will assist parents and families in navigating um, those resources, and as well as accessing community support services. One that I really wanted to point out was the Mountain Park Health Center. That's actually located at Atkinson Middle School within our district, and families can go there to receive health services. Our district also provides English classes for parents to help them better support their children's academic supports. And all of this information is available to you and to parents on the district's website. And then our current community partnerships are with Boys and Girls Club. They provide before and after school care to students, as well as after school clubs, sport, and tutoring opportunities. We have a partnership with Operation School Bell, which provides clothing, shoes, and essentials to students at least twice a school year. And you will receive emails before Operation School Bell comes on how and who we can nominate for these resources. Southwest Behavioral Health provides behavioral health services and resources to students and families in the community, and they do come to school once a week. They're available to speak with families and students. United Way provides food pantry packs to families 4 to 6 times a year to ensure that our families have pantry food staples. And then we also partner with Peter Piper Pizza, where we do quarterly fundraising events where a percentage of the proceeds goes back to the school. And as we go throughout the school year, we are hoping to gain more partnerships. So, all of this information leads us into using data to drive decisions. Took a look and analyzed all of that community snapshot data to better understand our students' needs, especially those from multilingual and multicultural backgrounds. And we used that to develop school wide goals for the year. This information helps guide our decisions and helps us create a fair and equitable plan for the school year, especially around resources and technology, so that every student has the supports that they need to succeed. So, for example, we will ensure that all students have the proper technology to support student learning and engagement because it's really important that students have what they need to be successful. We also want to make sure that as we go through the year, we're monitoring and adjusting this plan as needed throughout the year, paying attention to what works and what needs to be changed. But ultimately, data informed decisions have a meaningful impact because they focus on what our students and our community specifically needs. So, leading into our goals for the year, our primary goals for the year are to engage families, to strengthen student learning, and promote inclusivity in a positive school environment. So, from our community snapshot data, we know that the majority of our students are Hispanic and come from multilingual, multicultural homes. Because of this, we want to make sure our programs and communication work well for all families. This means having bilingual staff, offering information in different languages, providing workshops in English, and making sure lessons reflect our students' cultures and experiences. Additionally, we want to provide opportunities for parents to connect and get involved in the school. By creating a strong school and home partnership, we are providing students with support beyond the classroom. And this is also supported by research. So, for example, Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory states how the connection between school and home is important for students' academic and personal growth and success. This partnership between school and home plays a role in growth and development because it influences a child's learning experience and overall well being. There will be a few different strategies we will use to engage families and strengthen the relationship between home and school. So, first, regular communication will be an expectation this year. We are using a messaging app, Parent Square, which is an easy way to provide updates on your class and communication with parents about student progress. The nice thing about Parent Square is that it's automatically translate posts and messages into your student's home language to assist in any language barriers. We will also provide professional development opportunities and ongoing training for teachers so that you are properly trained in Parent Square and then you know how to effectively communicate with families. Additionally, there will be school events throughout the year where parents are invited to participate and volunteer, such as Fall Fest, Craft Night, the Spring Family Dance, Sports Night, STEM Night, and the end of the year celebration. So please be sure when these events come up, you're promoting them amongst your class and posting them on Parent View. And this is all on top of our two Meet the Teacher Night, Parent Teacher Conferences, and Curriculum Night. And this will provide parents with numerous opportunities to volunteer and participate throughout the year. We would also like to develop more community partnerships throughout the year, including PTO. So if anybody is interested in joining PTO, please let me know. Lastly, use the parent liaison. They are here to help you with that relationship between school and home. They are a valuable resource that can assist you in helping make those connections with parents. So throughout this school year, uh, they will be hosting parent education workshops. So that's going to include English lessons and coffee talks on various topics such as testing, knowing your educational rights, and social media. So as those workshops come up as well, if you could please promote them in your classroom, that's going to help our parent liaison reach as many parents as possible. And this leads us to our next goal for the year, which is to promote inclusivity and develop a positive school culture. Our students deserve a welcoming, inclusive environment. All students deserve the chance to learn and grow no matter their backgrounds. Every child should have access to good resources, caring teachers, and opportunities to reach their goals. So ultimately, an inclusive school culture benefits all students. When students' cultures are represented, they feel valued and included. This will lead to our school having a positive school culture because when students feel safe and accepted and proud of who they are, it helps build strong relationships, respect, and that sense of teamwork, making our school a better place for all kids to learn and grow. To support our second goal, we're using a few key strategies. So, the first one is culturally responsive curriculum, which means using lessons and materials that reflect our students' backgrounds and cultures to help students feel seen, valued, and connected with what they're learning. Next is providing staff with meaningful professional development opportunities. We'll continue training teachers and staff on topics like equity, inclusion, and culturally responsive teaching throughout the year to ensure that we're all growing and learning how to support our diverse learners. Next is promoting kindness, respect, and empathy in everything we do. This includes daily reminders, classroom activities, and modeling these values for our students. We want to build a school culture where everybody feels safe and supported. And then lastly, we want to involve families as much as possible. We'll keep working to include them in school events. We want to include them in decisions, in classroom activities, and we want to make sure that their voices are heard. All of these strategies work together to create a more inclusive and positive experience for everyone at our school. So please let me know if you have any other ideas of how we can promote inclusivity. I know in the past we've done cultural nights and we've invited families in to talk about their cultures. I really am committed to making sure that we promote inclusivity and a positive school culture this school year. This leads us into character education. Character education is important because it helps kids grow into kind, responsible, and respectful people, and it allows our students to grow academically and emotionally. By teaching our students values like honesty, kindness, and doing the right thing, we are modeling our behavior expectations and preparing them to become contributing members of their community. As a district, we use PBIS and Boys Towns as supports for character education. PBIS is a school wide system that teaches and encourages positive behavior, helping students know what's expected and creating a safe, respectful learning environment. So, PBIS posters will be posted in all major locations, such as the restroom, hallways, cafeteria, and classrooms, so students are reminded of their behavior expectations at all times. We will also start the year off with a PBIS rodeo where administration will explain and model the expectations in each location. Next, Boys Town is a behavior support model that teaches students social skills and helps staff respond to behavior in a calm, consistent way. All teachers will receive training in Boys Town or have already received training in Boys Town. On a weekly basis, we will also have a Boys Town Skill of the Week that will be featured on the video morning announcements. We will utilize student council to help us record these videos and model these skills. Additionally, Boys Town posters are required to be posted in each classroom. So if you do not have a set of Boys Town posters or you need a new set of Boys Town posters, please let me know and we will get those to you right away. So, lastly, how will we communicate these goals with parents? We know that communication with parents is important, and this does align with our goals because it helps build trust and keeps families informed and involved in their child's education. When schools and parents work together, students are more likely to succeed academically and socially. Throughout the year, we will release monthly newsletters letting families know what is happening around school. This will include grade level updates as well as school-wide news. I will also record video morning announcements daily to keep students involved and informed of what's happening in the day and what's happening throughout the school year. Regular parent view posts will be posted in the app weekly from administration, the district, and the parent liaison. Lastly, families will be provided with opportunities for comments, concerns, and recommendations frequently throughout the year. We do want to provide the opportunities for that two-way communication. We don't just want to tell our parents what's happening. We also want to invite them to be involved and let us know what they need or what their concerns are. And this will allow us to assess and adjust if needed to ensure we are truly meeting the needs of our students and our family. As we begin the school year, I encourage all of you to embrace these goals and strategies to help create a positive school environment where students can thrive. Together, we can engage and build relationships with families and create a culturally inclusive campus that supports all student successes. I look forward to working with all of you this year at Sunset. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please feel free to come speak with me in my office or send me an email. I would love to collaborate with you all throughout the year. Let's make this the best year yet. And remember, when you're flying with eagles, you're flying with the best.